What's going on, guys? My name is Kyle and welcome back. A couple of months ago, I was really fortunate and Track Racer sent me a steering wheel mount for my sim rig. It was a mount for Fanatec direct drive wheelbases because we'd finally received our CSL DD. Now, I've been using that mount for the last couple of months to really put it through its paces and see what it's all about, and so far, it's been fantastic. But I got a very interesting message recently from Track Racer saying, "You like this one? We've got a new one. Do you want to try it out?" Yeah. And then very quickly after that conversation, this arrived. This is the new box for the new mount. I have already opened it. Please don't get salty. I wanted to make sure it was the right one. But if you remember the last mount video, you remember the size of the box compared to the size of this box. It's probably about half the size. So they've managed to squeeze it all into a way smaller box. And from the photos that I've seen, this thing looks sick. Now, like I said, I have already opened it up, but I haven't pulled the pieces out. I haven't really had a look at what they look like. I only had a look at the con note to make sure that it was the right product, and it is. So I'm very excited to get this put together and see what it looks like on the rig, and just see what it looks like in general. So without further ado, let's have a look. Now, like I said at the start of the video, I've been using that last mount for months, and it's been perfect. It has been such a good mount to have, and I'm hoping that this one's as much of an upgrade as I think it's gonna be. So let's start off with the stuff I'm familiar with, the aluminium profile. There's two pieces of this aluminium profile inside the box, which I'm assuming is for the side supports of the wheel. I'm not really that sure, but we've got two of those. So we've got two pieces of the aluminium profile. Real stubby pieces, but there's still the 3 track pieces of aluminium. The side plates, oh my God, I can't wait for you guys to see these. They look so freaking good. Oh my God, okay. We've got the face, no, these are the side plates. Okay, so these smaller ones are the face plates and these are the side plates. And have a look at this. This is freaking amazing, dude. Obviously, Track Racer's logo is red, so they've gone with the anodized red look. It looks like it's been powder coated. I'm not entirely sure what the process of coloring is, but that is so nice, man. It looks a hell of a lot nicer in person, I think, than what you guys would see on camera, but that looks great. Sick color. Really, really nice finish. Let's have a look at the other pieces. So this is the face plate. It's got the same red anodized finish, but it's part of the paint. This beautiful little TR Track Racer logo, that's part of the paint. That's painted in there. That's not like a sticker or anything. That's painted into that. That's so sick. Okay, let's open up the rest of it. Alrighty, so I've opened everything up. I've laid it all out, and it looks pretty straightforward. In comparison to the last mount, I think they've definitely narrowed down the easeability of putting it together. It looks pretty straightforward. I haven't tried it yet, but it looks better. So with all the pieces laid out, this is what you have. You have your 2 pieces of aluminium profile, both of your side rails, and these are the things that I'm assuming attach to the rig itself. You have these smaller plates that I think attached to your wheelbase because they have this little oval shaped thing up the top there. That looks like it's been able to pivot and rotate. So I'm assuming that that gets attached to your wheel. Again, I have no idea yet. I haven't looked at any of the instructions. And then you've got a bag of bolts, some spacers, and another bag of bolts. So all up, I mean, it's pretty straightforward. Looking at these pieces that attach to the side of the rig, they do have these little recessed bolt holes, which I'm assuming are for the bolts to attach to the aluminium profile. I have no idea yet. We're gonna have a look at some instructions, work out what the hell is going on, and then get this mounted to the rig. But first things first, we need to head over to the sim room, take off the old mount, get rid of the CSL DD, and then get ready to put this bad boy together. I'm very excited. Alrighty, welcome back to the sim room. Now, there's a couple of things that we need to do first. We need to get rid of the CSL DD. We need to take the old mount off, which should be pretty easy because it's just a sense of undoing the upright supports, but I'll show you that in a second. And then we're gonna get ready to put the new mount on. Now, like we did with the first mount, there are a couple of things that I suggest you have on hand ready to go just to make this whole process a hell of a lot easier for you. The first thing being your small spirit level, just to make sure that both sides are equal and they're level with each other. The second one being a tape measure or some sort of device like a ruler or anything along those lines to make sure that measurements on either side of your uprights are exactly the same and the measurements across the board are equal, because then you don't have a twisted steering wheel. It'll make sense, I promise, but get those things first. If you don't have access to those things, you can eyeball it, but obviously having those tools is a way better way to do this. Let's get the CSL DD out of the rig, we'll take the old mount off, and then we'll start building stuff, baby. Okay, so now that the CSL DD is out of the mount, what we're gonna do is we're gonna start by taking this side off. So on the back plate of this, where it attaches to the upright on the left, there's 4 individual bolts that have to be taken out. Once those come out, this whole thing should just come off. Same with the other side, but we're gonna get these out and then we're gonna have a look at getting the new one in. right, so the whole mount's out, everything's ready to go. One thing I do suggest while you have the opportunity is just try and clean up as much as you can, because once the new mount is on, everything's gonna be covered and you won't have the chance to get in there and clean it properly, so you may as well. Now I'm gonna go get the parts for the new mount, get the first step on, which are these two upright parts here. We're gonna get those fixed to the rig, and then we'll just go from there. Alrighty, so I have all the stuff that I need. I have my small spirit level, I have my tape measure so I can make sure that everything's leveled up and that they're the same height. So what I've done is I've had a quick little look at the instructions. Now Track Racer have all the instructions up on their website ready to go. And the big thing that I like with this mount already is that if you're looking at the instructions, I don't know how easy that'll be for you guys to see. We'll have to tilt the phone a little bit, but there's 1, 2, 3 steps. That's it. 3 steps and it's done. So it's pretty straightforward. I was definitely right when I looked at the pieces before and said that it was gonna be easy. But I think what we're gonna do is we're gonna do the first step, which is getting those big long red side pieces on. They're gonna go into the uprights. We're gonna attach the aluminium profile to that and then the side plates and then add the wheel. So I think the easiest thing to do is just make a start and see how we go. Alrighty, the side supports are on, and I have to say, they look fantastic. So what we're gonna do now is attach some aluminium profile to either sides here. They bolt in through these small holes, and then we're gonna put the faceplate on, and that's it. So let's do that now. Alrighty, now that that's done, we've got to get these small base plates and put these face plates on the rig like this and get that ready for the wheel. Already, I'm so impressed with how stiff this is. Obviously, it's a hell of a lot simpler than the last mount, but it's super, super sturdy. I'm pleasantly surprised. So let's get these side plates on. We'll get the CSL DD in, see how it acts once that's all bolted in together, and go from there. So there we go, last step is all done, and this just looks so freaking good. I prefer the way this looks compared to the old mount so much. It's so simple, but so nice looking. So literally now, the only thing we have to do is put the CSL DD in there. They do include these little spaces, and these spaces go in between the wheel and the side brackets. So we're gonna chuck those in, get the wheel on, and then test this out, because I'm so excited. So there you go, it's all on, it's mounted, it's ready to go, and this thing is rock solid. I'm so impressed with how sturdy this is already. What I have done is I've mounted the CSL DD with a slight angle upwards just to give that angle that you're chasing. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna tweak these upright mounts here just to give it a little bit more of an angle that I'm after. I really wanna try and keep these aluminium profile pieces as flat and level as I can, because I can put a button box, I could probably even put a cup holder or something on there. So the flatter that they are, the better it's gonna be for me. So I'm gonna tweak these a little bit and I'll show you what it looks like. So there we go, it's all put together. I've tweaked the way that it sits so it's a little bit more comfortable for me. Obviously being a bigger dude and very tall, it needs to be a specific way. So I finally got it the way that I like it. and I'm stoked. When you're looking at this mount in comparison to the old one, this is so much easier to put together. I think it looks a hell of a lot nicer, and to massive credit to the guys at Track Racer to get both of those things to still be as sturdy, if not sturdier than the original mount. I'm just impressed, man. Now, I don't know what in the hell you guys are putting in the water at the Track Racer office, but keep it up, because this is great. Overall, I'm just genuinely impressed. Like, looking at it now, I'm blown away. I can't believe how good it looks. I love the Track Racer logo that's powder coated into the side of the wheelbase. I just like that. I think it's a nice touch. I've always said with Track Racer stuff, the way that they emboss their logo in some of the plastic trims and stuff, this is just that extra step, and I love it. I love the red accents on some of the pieces. It just makes it look so much nicer. Now, like I say, with any of the products that I've ever reviewed, I have no idea how well this is gonna last in 3 months' time, but if anything changes, I'll pin a comment, you'll know what my opinions are. Or if you have any questions, come join the live streams. I stream every second day, and ask me what I think. I'll let you know. But in saying that, after putting it together, mounting the wheel, I've done a bit of a test drive just to see what it's like under load, and I'm over the moon. I'm genuinely just so impressed with how sturdy this is and how good it looks. Now, like I said at the start of the video, this mount is for Fanatec Podium and CSL DD wheelbases, so if you want to grab a mount like this for yourself, I'll leave a link to it in the description. Go and grab one. Let them know we sent you. I hope that if you are in the market for a wheel mount like this, I've at least answered some of your questions. If you've liked this video, don't forget to leave it a thumbs up. It helps out a lot. And subscribe. I post new videos every week. You don't want to miss them. If you do want to come and join any of the streams, I'll leave all the links in the description below. I would love to have you there. If you want to come and join us on any of our other social media, I'll leave everything in the description. Other than that, I'm going to leave you to it. Bye.